bringing you all your Week 3 Houston Texans info against Chicago Bears. Getting started with my most excited player for this week, it's Dameon Pierce. I think this week will be Dameon Pierce's coming out party. He saw 15 carries for 70 yards against what I think is a better Denver defense than the Chicago Bears. And I think he's going to do it again this week. We saw him get slashed for big yards by Aaron Jones last week, and even A.J. Dillon saw a productive week. I really think Dameon Pierce can match that somewhere in between the two of them. Looking at Sexy Rexy, Big Rex Burkhead, he is also going to be usable, especially in PPR leagues. I expect him to be making at least 4 catches. That's easy points for PPR leagues. A nice safe floor, maybe of 10 points. And honestly, he could go for more. I really don't expect much from the Bears defense against the running backs this week. And that's why they're my 2 favorite starts this week. Moving on to the wide receivers, Brandon Cooks, obviously starting him every week. He's a very good wide receiver too. For anyone that maybe neglected the wide receivers, he's your wide receiver 1. Start him with confidence. He's going to be a guy that Davis Mills likes to go to. He's very consistent, and he's still going to give you a nice floor. Just maybe not going to be a boom week for him this week. I'm a little lower on Nico Collins this week, only because I'm also a little bit lower on Davis Mills. I really expect the run game to take this game over and the defense to cause a lot of turnovers for them. I honestly think they'll win this game. They could have a lead and run the clock out. If you do have to start Davis Mills this week, hopefully it's only in 2 QB leagues or in 14-team leagues or greater. I really think he isn't just a totally fine startable option, although I don't think it's going to be a big week for him. For those reasons, I'm fading him. Looking at the tight ends, I'm really looking at the injury report for this week to see if Brevin Jordan is going to play. I do think he is Davis Mills' favorite tight end target, and he might be out with an ankle injury. If that's the case, O.J. Howard owners can feel a little bit better as he's going to see a lot more snaps. And we've already seen him catch 2 touchdowns on 2 catches like he did in week 1. Farrell Brown is also a sneaky start, but he's not someone I'm ready to start yet unless he becomes the only tight end of use in some week this week. Finally, it's the Houston Texans defense. Honestly, I don't know what to think of the Chicago Bears offense, but the Houston Texans defense is hungry for turnovers. They're giving us like 8 to 10 fantasy points through the first 2 weeks, and I think they can do it again. I think they're going to cause more turnovers than the Packers did last week, although it was only 1 interception and 3 sacks. This Houston Texans defense is hungry, and I expect them to run the ball out. I think they'll give us some good points. It's going to be a low-scoring game, real old-school running. It's going to be great. This is James with the Fantasy Football Cockpit. Be sure to go on the Fantasy Football Network app. Check out the other YouTube videos from all the other content creators for all your fantasy football needs for who's starting this week in week 3. We'll see.